So folks, something slightly different for today. We're in this area of the pot here. If you remember from the last video that I did, this is where we're going to have a fruit cage a little bit later in the year, but I'll come to that in a moment. What we've got today is 3 brand new blueberry bushes. Blueberry bushes need certain conditions to grow in, so what we're going to do is just in this area behind us, we're going to dig a trench, and then we're going to put a special kind of compost in there. And if I hold up this bag, this is, I'll move a bit closer, this is ericaceous compost. Pop that down, and what it is that's a very acidic type of compost. The blueberry plants love acidic conditions, so we'll dig the trench, we'll put the ericaceous compost in, put the blueberry bushes on top of that, and then throughout the year, certainly for the first year, we're going to have a special kind of acidic feed that we're going to give them every now and again, just to get those roots established when they're brand new and see if we can get some fruit off them as well. The other thing we've got, I mentioned we've got 3 different blueberry bushes here. They're 3 different varieties as well. So if you just have one blueberry bush by itself, you won't get a lot of fruit. And likewise, if you have all of the same variety, you won't get a lot of fruit as well. So for pollination reasons, you need 3 different varieties, or 2 different varieties. You don't need 3. It's just there was a deal on getting 3, so we've got 3 as a special offer. So we've got 3 different varieties there. So we'll put them in, and hopefully that will aid with pollination and give us more fruit as and when the bushes become established. So first jobs first, I'm going to attempt to hopefully dig the not so frozen ground over there. Get a trench. I'll not bore you with footage of me just digging a big hole. We'll get that dug, and I'll be back with you in a couple of minutes to show you what else we're going to do after that. So, as you can see, we've dug a trench all the way along here. We've got about even spacing between the bushes. We've left about 12 inches, about a foot between each place we're going to put the bush. So there's a shallow trench being dug, and then where each of the blueberry bushes are going to go, I've dug a deeper hole, and we're going to pack that hole out with some of that ericaceous compost there. So I'm just going to go and grab that now, and we'll get this filled out with that compost, and then we'll look about getting the actual bushes in themselves. So that was a nice, quick and easy job. Pretty much bang on the money with the size of the hole in the compost. Just go and get the bushes. I'll be back with you in a minute, so when you get some more tools to put them in, we'll get the bushes in and we'll see how they're looking. So here we are, we've got the blueberry bushes out. I mentioned earlier on at the start of the video about how we've got 3 different varieties here. Just to remind me what they are and to tell yourselves, this one here at the front is called Draper. This one here is Aurora. And this one at the back here is Blue Crop. These were bought from a company called DT Brown's. It's a company I like to get a lot of seeds and things from. I have no affiliation or anything to do with them whatsoever. Just a company I like to get stuff from. Really good delivery, and these blueberry plants have come through really, really well. We'll attempt to, as carefully as we can, take these out of the box. You can see they're really well planted in there. They have these little sort of collars over the top of them, keeping them in the box. And of course we'll not waste the cardboard, that'll go in the compost bin. So if we get them out, they all come in their little individual pots as well, and again that's great, we can reuse those pots. So what I need to do now is we will dig holes into the compost that we've just put in, around about the size of these pots, and then we'll get the bushes put in. So it's now time for us to get the actual plants in. dug the trench, dug the hole, put the compost in. Now time to pop the plant in. So hopefully it's just going to slide out of there, which it is. Good to see that the soil in the pot there is nice and moist. They did get delivered the other day, but I've been keeping them watered and moist over the last few days just to keep on top of them. So we'll just pop that in there. Then just loosely put all this compost again back on top of it. And we're just going to give it a firm press in there. And I suspect, even though that's pressed in firmly and it's not at a bad level, with the weather and things that we've got at the moment, I'll keep an eye on these over the next few weeks, because that's fresh compost in there and it's very aerated at the moment, and it's quite dry because it's been bagged up. Once it gets wet and it dries and it's wet and it dries, that level will sink down. So we'll probably get another bag of the ericaceous compost there, and we'll just keep these topped up. Right, on to the next plant. Exactly the same process for this one. Getting all that compost on the top there. Not these straggly bits. And some stones as well. We'll get rid of them. Again, exactly the same. Just give it a press down. Make sure it's in there nice and firm in case it gets windy or anything. And finally, this one over here. We've not taken the little tag off this one. Pop that off. Here we go. Last but not least. Oh, this one's been awkward. There it is. There we go. Pop it in. And again. Got all the ericaceous compost in there. Bit of a gap there, we'll fill that in. And there. Don't want to waste any of that, because it's not cheap. We'll fill that in. Right. And two last little jobs to do here. One is little labels that have been written out, just so we know which one's which. So we'll just make sure each one's got its little label in there. Right. Getting there. Slowly. Yeah. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. One of my allotment chums, Russell, just came along there. Really, really nice guy. Absolutely top bloke. And he's just given me a free pond. So I'll show you that right at the end of the video. And we'll show you, well, maybe he's going to put that down the other end of the plot. But just to finish off on the blueberry bit, we've got the 3 bushes in, 3 different types. Acidic soil, so ericaceous compost in there. We've got them planted in. So the 2 last things that we're going to do that we've done there, one is put the label in. Even though it's wet, even though it's winter, I'm going to get a watering can full of water. We're going to get them well watered in. Blueberries are very thirsty plants, especially in that first year when they're just establishing themselves and getting their roots in there. So say we'll get a watering can, maybe it's 2, full of water in this compost. The compost dried just out the bag. We'll get them watered in, and hopefully that'll give them a good start to get going. Right, I've just swapped you over to the handheld gimbal there, and we'll just have a wee wander over here, just to where we've done the blueberries. Right, we'll switch. And I'm going to come down. There you go. So hopefully, if I move around a bit better, you can see the finished product there. There's one of the blueberry plants. There's another. And there's another. So a good job done for a wintry day. And what we'll do while we're here, and I mentioned Russell, one of my pals from down here at the allotments, and we'll just have a walk down the plot. You can still see some of the snow that we've got there. And we'll pop round here. Quick walk over here. And here we go. Yes, it's used, but you know what? What would have happened to it? It would have been skipped or something like that. So a new project that we're going to get on with. We've got a pond to put in, and we'll put it down the far end of the plot there, opposite where we're going to have the polytunnel. And the one thing I really like about the pond is hopefully we'll attract some frogs, and the frogs like to come in and they will eat all of the slugs and snails to try to eat our crops. So there you go, I'm back. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, or you'd like to see the different projects and things that we're doing throughout the year, if you wouldn't mind giving our video a like, and maybe consider subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free, doesn't cost you anything, and you get to see all the different things that we're up to. Right ho folks, thanks for now, we'll see you again, bye bye.